phenomena of existence and non-existence. The whole universe is a play of something and nothing, I mean existence and non-existence. As per our belief, we are the something and living in that something. But this is mere illusion, because whatever something is renovative and condensed form of the nothing. Whatever we believe as entity is being changed constantly. Even the pivot which seems to be stable is moving to the nothing. The non-existence is the everlasting truth. It is the omnipresent, omniscient and omnipotent. It works indirectly and potentially. In fact, it is not working at all. But it is responsible indirectly for all the changings. Having been living in hypnosis since countless years, following to sequence of birth to death and death to birth, father to son and son to father, we became severe habitual of solo and mass hypnotism. To be something and to do something itself is a great illusion. All the so-called something, including our body, is not a something or not a part of the something, but it is a nothing and a part of the nothing. For a something there is no existence of any nothing. It is a great illusion, untruth, and beyond the imagination. When for a nothing there is no existence of something, it is a great untruth and beyond the imagination. The whole world is a mere process of becoming something to nothing and nothing to the something. Because of the magnetism and motion towards the non-existence, something comes up to vanish and something vanishes to come up again. The rotation and revolution are too the result of this magnetism and motion. Let's see the sequence of this phenomena. First factor of this sequence is nothing. Synonyms and characteristics of the nothing are great hollowness, non-existence, non-entity, the great darkness, and so on. Second factor, magnetism, is the chief characteristic of the non-existence. The non-existence magnetizes for an existence, searches for an existence which is existed but somewhere else under the rule of other non-existence, which is the step of magnetism for the non-existence, and in the non-existence covers the elements nothing plus magnetism. The third factor of the sequence is the motion. The magnetism causes for movement, throbbing. This step of motion covers the elements nothing plus magnetism plus motion itself. From here it starts the imaginary factor of time. Following the fourth factor, the energy covers the step of elements nothing plus magnetism plus motion plus energy itself. This is the element which causes for feeling of I and thrilling of soul in a life holder. This is also a reason of mind and knower. Up to this stage of energy, there was no life holder, but life was there. The feeling of I and feeling of mind was there. This works in our human body on basis of computers 010101 fundamentals. This form of energy is nothing but pressurized form of non-existence. The condensed form of the pure energy comes up as a particle, as a molecule. This is the fifth factor of this sequence. This particle is called Pudgal in mythological language of Buddhism and Jainism. This type of particle merges into the elements nothing plus magnetism plus motion plus energy plus particle itself. The particle might be pressurized continuously by the magnetism and anti-magnetism. That's why it remains as the particle. The motion and the illusion of time factor make the human mind habitual for anything like feeling of I and feeling of my. This each particle has the feeling of I and feeling of my. Of course, it is illusion coming up due to the juncture of motion and energy. This illusion in particle keeps becoming strong and strong, stepping with the time and motion factors. Up to this stage of the particle, there was no existence of any other sensory organs other than the feeling of touch. In this situation, the particle spent and spending a still large span of time. The fear of unknown compels the particle to approach other particle to join. This way the assembly of particles comes in existence in the form of a solid matter. Thus our body also is nothing but assembly of such particles. A mass is the part of something, the existence. When fastening of the mass is a process from a non-existence into the existence. That's why to get something emerged up is a tough task, but contrary, dissolution of the same thing is a spontaneous process, is a spontaneous work. But the remarkable thing is the usage of energy. It may remain the same during both the travels. For an example, fastening of snow is the process from non-existence into existence, is more difficult task than dissolution of the snow. But the consumption of the energy may remain the same in both the travels, both the process. From snow to water and water to the snow. Of course, the condition of the climate should be fulfilled. The same way, process of juncturing of an embryo, massing up of human body is more difficult task than dissolution of the human body. But the consumption of the energy may remain the same in both the travels. This is because all the existence is being pressurized by the non-existence. Thus the pressurization is a process, but the deterioration is very natural and normal thing. We cannot feel this pressurization because of habitual pattern of our mind. Time and motion ever makes the habit pattern of mind strong and strong continuously. Here, deterioration means process towards the non-existence. For an example, to keep a fist closed, one needs enough energy, but finally the fist will loose and disclosed. But consumption of the energy may remain the same depending on the speed of process. The fear of unknown makes the particle fasten with one another to come up as a mass. The fear of unknown is a fear of changing, a fear of death, a fear of insecurity, which compels the particle to come up as more and more big mass. Traveling onward, the motion of particles results into air and sound, which is the sixth stage of the sequence. The step of air and sound merges into the elements nothing plus magnetism plus molar energy plus particle plus air and sound itself. The element air is condensed form of particles coming up due to the motion. Tiny particles collide with our skin due to the motion. That's why we can experience the air element. Each element has its extremity having the ultra experience which cannot be felt by human sensory organ. This way the pure form of air too is out of reach of human sensory organs. For survival from fear of unknown, a particle starts putting effort to protect from surroundings which attack with giving sound. This way gradually the sense of ear comes up in existence. The particle was having one sense of touch only. Now it adds sense of ear from here. To sustain how our five senses make us alert to protect from surroundings, that makes significance of sequence of the senses. Through the sense of ear, one can be alert from any direction. The ears help one to protect body against the fear from any direction. One can protect oneself even closed eyes. The area of ears is more spread than that of eyes. The sense of ear can focus in all the directions, when the eyes can focus in only one direction. Fear of unknown and struggle for survival are responsible for the sequence of the sensory organs. That's why the sensory organ ear comes up as first. The sense of ear stands by a living body up to the last and keep alerting life holder against the fear of unknown. Thus the sensory organ ear comes first and goes last after the death of eyes of the life holder.